It's been a minute. I have not been on YouTube in quite some time. I have not made any content on here, and I'm sorry for you guys and for myself, but I'm back and I'm super excited to start this new series, How to Make a Short Film. I'll cover all the key areas of making a short film, and I'm super excited to share it with you. This is just stuff that I picked up from other great film directors, as well as my own filmmaking experience. So I'm excited to get into it. Let's do it. Watch, read, and listen to content regularly. The point here is that the more stories, ideas, and topics that you expose yourself to, the greater opportunity you have for inspiration clicking in your mind. The key here is that you can't just be mindlessly watching a movie. You have to be actively thinking about what's being presented to you. Think about the plots, the characters, and themes that are being shown. And don't be afraid to hit pause when something hits you. Make sure you have that notepad or note-taking app right by, because inspiration can happen at a moment's notice. A quick note on this one is you are not looking to copy anyone else's work. You are looking for inspiration and to possibly innovate on an idea that's only 10% fleshed out. Maybe you can be the one that can uncover the other 90% of that character, conflict, or theme. Probably the most important thing you can do is just to spend time every day writing and brainstorming ideas. The key here is to set up some amount of time. It could be as little as 15 minutes a day to spend thinking, writing, and actively engaging with an idea. Now, sometimes personally, my best ideas come when I'm not just sitting in front of the computer trying to think about an idea. Sometimes it's best just to get out and be active. Go for a walk, go for a run, go for a hike, just anything active. But make sure you have that notepad by you or your phone to take down that idea when it comes to you. Write what you know. It's age-old advice that's probably been given millions of times, but it's been given that for a reason, because it's really great and it's really helpful for new writers. Now, I don't just mean look at your own experiences, but expand that. Take a look at your social circle or your family. See what they're going through or what experiences they're having, and see if that sparks something. Start noting the current situations that your friends or girlfriend or spouse are going through. See what is intriguing about those events. This doesn't have to actually be the events themselves. Sometimes the more powerful thing to do is to write about the emotions that these events are eliciting. Now, I'm not saying go make a short film about your friend breaking up with his girlfriend. Not what I'm saying. But think about that conflict and think about maybe a moment during that event that sparked a specific emotion. And think about if it could be expanded or maybe flipped upside down. One quick note on this is, while this is great advice for new writers, more seasoned writers sometimes don't like to follow this. And that's because they can fall into the trap of writing the same characters or the same conflicts over and over again, which isn't always the most interesting thing. Write what you want to know. Now, I actually saw this tip from the great author Dan Brown in an interview years ago on CBS. What this actually means is what you are interested in or want to learn about might be the easiest thing for you to spend the time researching and learning about, which is going to be the easiest thing for you to write about. And through that research, conflicts and stories will present themselves. So Dan Brown had a really great quote on this, and it was, let me read this for you real quick. If you want to know about it, probably someone else wants to know about it. And let your learning process be the catalyst for you to take other people on your learning process. So a quick example. Let's say you've always loved space and you've always wanted to learn about it. So you decide you're going to research it. You put in the time and you start to learn about all of the things that can go wrong with space travel. You learn about all the things that have to go right for it to be successful. Through this research, maybe characters start to come to your mind, the crew members or their families. The emotions that each of those parties are going through on a daily basis is immense. And through this, conflicts can arise. And this is where ideas can happen. Speaking about budgets, when coming up with your idea, have a rough estimate of what you can spend on this short film. So let's say, for example, you have $100 that you can spend. A visually exciting space or sci-fi or Western film might be pretty difficult for that. It's not impossible, and if you have the right skills and the people around you to do it, it can be done, but it's still pretty difficult. So if you have determined that you can only do a no budget or ultra low budget short film, that doesn't mean your creativity has to be limited. Just think about how you can reduce the number of locations or characters or props. and that'll greatly help you keep the budget down. So those are just a couple quick tips to help you come up with your first short film idea. Hopefully this helps you get on track to making your own short film. Don't get too discouraged if an idea is not coming immediately to you. Sometimes coming up with the idea is the hardest part of the whole process. Remember, you are not alone out there. There are tons of filmmakers in your exact shoes that are struggling to come up with the perfect idea. So just keep putting in the time and something good will happen. As always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Hit me up in the comments and let me know your best tips for coming up with a short film idea. I'm sure others would really appreciate it. I know I would. Definitely stick around for the next episode in this How to Make a Short Film series. It's going to be on the script, so basic tips and resources for writing your first script. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.